Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Cantor, and this is Modeling with Mr. Cantor. Now, today we're going to be looking at Explore Part B. What I want you to do is to please pause this video, read the story for yourself, and ask yourself, what are some things that you notice? What are some things that you wonder? Okay, welcome back. Let's read the story together, and let's see if I can answer some of your questions as to what you notice and what you wonder. Here we go. Write an inequality for each of the three height requirements. Use h for the unknown height, then represent each height requirement on a number line. So some of the things that you might have noticed is the fact that it says write an inequality. So this is something specific that they want us to do. Then it says we're using this for three height requirements. These three height requirements are actually for high bounce, climathon, and twirler coaster. It seems as if we're talking about a theme park, and for the rides, there are different requirements. So we actually have three rides, so we have three different requirements, and we need to write an inequality for all of them. Now, when writing inequalities, we need variables. And in this case, can you pause the video and let me know what is the variable that we have to use? All right, welcome back. If you said we have to use h for our unknown height, you are correct. Now remember, when you go into the theme park, there's a lot of different people there. They all have different heights. Since their heights vary from person to person, we're using a variable to capture what is that person's individual height. Now, it says then represent each height requirement on a number line. So you might have noticed we have some number lines right here to the right, and they are blank. So we have to fill those in. For each number line, you will notice it says high bounce, climathon, twirler coaster. Okay, so here we have a number line. This one is for high bounce, which means we need to write an inequality and graph it to the specific requirements of high bounce. Now, the specific requirements for high bounce is you have to be between 55 and 72 inches tall. Please pause the video and let me know, what does that mean to you? All right, welcome back. Since we want to be between 55 inches and 72 inches tall, that means we cannot be 55, but we have to be bigger than 55. We cannot be 72, but we have to be less than 72. So we're in that zone right in between those two numbers. Now, in this question, it is very ambiguous, and we actually don't know if you can go to the ride and be exactly 55 inches tall. We also don't know if you can go on this ride and be exactly 72 inches tall. So what that means is if you actually came up with an inequality where you said that you can be between 55 and 72, or you said you can be actually equal to 55, between 55 and 72, and equal to 72, then that is also correct. And we're going to look at both of these cases in a little bit more detail in a second. Let's go over the next ride. The next ride says climathon. Please pause the video and let me know, what do the words under 60 inches tall mean to you? All right, welcome back. If you said under 60 inches tall means that you have to be strictly less than 60 inches tall to go on this ride, you are correct. They're not going to let you go on this ride if you are taller than 60 inches. If you are 60 inches, they will also not let you go. Now let's take a look at twirler coaster. Please pause the video and let me know. 58 inches minimum. What does that mean to you? Okay, welcome back. If you said that 58 inches minimum means that you have to be 58 inches or taller, you are correct. They will not let you go on twirler coaster unless you are that specific height. If you are less than 58 inches, they will not let you ride. You have to be exactly 58 inches tall or more. So now that we have all the key information and the things that you wonder, the things that you noticed out the way, let's go and look at our number lines. Now you'll notice that these number lines all are blank. There are no numbers there. So we have to create our own numbers. Before we create our own numbers, first, let's figure out what is the inequality that matches for high bounces height requirement. Okay, please pause the video and let me know, what inequality did you create for high bounce? Okay, welcome back. If you created the inequality where h is greater than 55 and also h is less than 72, then you are correct. Now, another way you can say this is that h is directly in between 55 and 72. So you can say 55 is less than h and h is less than 72. So you're looking for numbers that are just in that zone, between 55 and 72, which is exactly what the requirement for high bounce is. Now, what would that look like on the number line? Please pause the video and try it for yourself and let me know. Okay, welcome back. If your number line graph looks like this, then you are correct. In this case, we are choosing to not include 55 because h has to be greater than 55. And we're choosing to not include 72 because h has to be less than 72. Now, you might also notice that the number 72 is not even on the number line. That is because this specific number line counts by fives: 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and finally 80. There will be other numbers to the right and there will be other numbers to the left, but we are strictly focusing on this area. So that's why we have these numbers. Now, we put a circle where 72 would be. It is somewhere in between 70 and 75, but it is closer to 70. So that's why the open circle is right here. Everything that is colored in is a potential solution to this inequality, which are all the numbers that are between 55 and 72. Now remember, I said this question is ambiguous and they don't actually tell you whether you can include 55 and 72. So if you decided to change this graph and include those endpoints, what would your inequality look like? Please pause the video and let me know. All right, if your inequality where you include the endpoints of 55 and 72 looks like this, you are correct. Remember, if you want to include those endpoints, you have to use the equal to symbol underneath your inequality. So for example, h is greater than or equal to 55. This includes the endpoint of 55, or we have to go greater than 55. We must also say and h is less than or equal to 72. This means that we cannot go past 72, but we could be equal to it. So again, we're building our in-between zone. Another way you can write this is 55 is less than or equal to h, which is less than or equal to 72. Good work. So what will this look like on your number line? How will you graph it? Please pause the video and let me know. All right, welcome back. If you said it will look as follows, you are correct. If you notice, we have a closed circle on 55 because now we are including the endpoint of 55. And again, we placed another closed circle right in between 70 and 75, just closer to the 70 because we are 72. All right, so everything that's in this colored zone is directly in between 55 and 72, including 55 and 72. So that's it for high bounds. Let's take a look at Climathon. Now, Climathon says under 60 inches tall. Please pause the video and let us know, what does your inequality look like for under 60 inches tall? All right, welcome back. If you said that your inequality looks as follows, you are correct. H is less than 60. You have to be under 60 inches tall in order to ride Climathon, which means you cannot be equal to 60. You have to be less. So you have to be heights like 50 inches tall, 40 inches tall, anything as long as you are less than 60, you will be allowed to ride. Now, what will that look like on your number line? How do you graph that? Please pause the video and let me know. All right, welcome back. If your graph looks something like this, you are correct. Now remember, it says h is less than 60, not including 60, which means we cannot color in the circle on top of 60. Then we want all the numbers that are less than 60, which means those are the numbers to the left on the number line. So 55, 50, 45, those will be potential solutions to this inequality, which is h is less than 60. Good job. That's it for Climathon. Now, let's move on to Twirler Coaster. Please pause this video and ask yourself, 58 inches minimum. How do you write that as an inequality? All right, welcome back. If you said h has to be greater than or equal to 58, you are correct. Think about this for a quick second. If you need a 58-inch minimum, that means you have to be 58. That is the smallest number you are allowed to be in terms of your height. Then you have to be taller. So you can be 58 inches tall or you have to be taller. If you are any inch shorter than 58, they will not let you ride. Okay? So how is this going to look on the number line? Please pause this video and let me know. Okay, welcome back. If your number line looks like this, then you are correct. This number line includes 58 because you have to be at least 58 inches tall. And then you have to be greater. Good job. All right, everybody. My name is Mr. Cantor. This has been Modeling with Mr. Cantor. I will see you in the next one. Take care for now.